There's this common misconception that cats are aloof and that they're solitary creatures who do not want or do not enjoy interacting with people or other cats, and that simply is not true. While some cats indeed have very little interest in people or other animals, and some actually avoid them altogether, there is a big chunk of cats who really love spending time with people and other felines, as well as other animals. All cats are different, and of course they have different personalities. Sometimes they're very chatty, and sometimes they're very cuddly, sometimes they try to bug you so you stop doing whatever you're doing and play with them, and other times they prefer to spend time on their own and they prefer to stay in their own bubble, and that is fine. The idea is for us to get to know our fur baby to a point that we see when they want to interact with us and when they don't. It's all about respecting your cat, their boundaries, essentially their personality, because if we don't, and if we push too hard with our kisses and hugs, or if we try to pick them up when they're sleeping, that might not be appreciated by your cat, and they might just snap at you, leaving us wondering what have we done wrong. And of course, we don't want those kind of situations, because if we do not understand our cat, if we do not understand their body language, we might not know that we actually did something wrong and we crossed certain personal boundaries that they have. So it's very important to know how to interact with your cat in the best and most respectful way possible. So how do we make sure that our interactions with our cats are positive for both of us? Stay with me and we'll talk about it in detail. Hi friends! Welcome to Cats of Sunshine. My name is Vani. I'm a cat behavior specialist, a holistic cat wellness coach, and animal Reiki practitioner. And in this video today we're going to be talking about cat enrichment again. This is actually a part 4 of my Enrichment for Cats series, and I will make sure to include part 1, 2, and 3 somewhere in the description below and somewhere here. And in those videos we talked about creating a safe space for cats, as well as their basic needs, their key resources, and importance of playtime. And today we will be talking about creating positive interactions with your cats, and it's all based on being in tune with your cat, understanding their body language, and respecting their boundaries and their personality. So what does social interaction mean? It's basically anything you do with your cat, including petting, brushing, playing, laying on your lap, feeding, all that stuff. So how do we make sure that interactions with our kitty go smooth? Here are a few simple rules. Number 1, don't force interaction with your cat. Let them lead and show you how and when they would like to interact with you. And of course, we can always approach them on our own, like initiate interaction. For example, if we came back from a long day at work or school and we just want like a hug, or if we want to cuddle, or if we just want to say hi to them, that's fine. But it's very important to pay attention to their body language to see if they actually appreciating that, or maybe, if you kiss them once, that's fine. But if you try to give them 100 kisses, that's a little bit too much. So just pay attention to their body language and respectfully withdraw if you see that they're not enjoying what you're doing. All cats are different, and of course some of them are more tolerant than others, but generally we don't want to push their buttons, otherwise they might just snap and they can scratch or bite, and of course we don't want that. And I always look at it this way, like if I'm sleeping and having this really wonderful dream and somebody's trying to bug me and wake me up and do something, I don't think I'm gonna like that, and I can do something really bad to that person. So I'm sure cats are pretty much the same. And there's a little exception here in those cases when we do need to do something to our cats that they will not enjoy, like giving them a pill or cleaning their ears or trimming their nails. And in those situations, I personally prefer to approach them when they're not sleeping, when they're just like out and about doing something, and I try to do it as gently as possible, and we'll talk more about it a little bit later in this video. And for this kind of situations, I think that clicker training for cooperative care can be wonderful, because this way we will teach and train our kitties to sort of cooperate with us while we're trying to do something, again, like giving them a pill or clean their ears, and this way they know what to expect because we've trained them. So they know that, she's gonna clean my ears right now, but then I'll get a tasty, yummy treat. So they willingly let us do that because they know that they will get a reward. So I highly recommend checking this out. It's called Cooperative Cat Care, and there are plenty of resources online. Just try to see if you're interested in trying something like that and if your cat enjoys it or not. Number 2, when petting, start with their head and cheeks, or at least with a gentle touch. This way we can sort of test if the kitty is in the mood for a petting session or not. So if we can just gently touch their head, their cheeks, and just look at their body language, see how they react. If they look like they want more, then of course we can continue. We can rub their back and stuff like that. If your cat is a total love bug and they're always up for a petting session, you can skip this. But if you're still learning about your kitty and their boundaries, I recommend starting it slow and gentle. Number 3, talk softly while petting or interacting with your cat. Cats generally don't like noise and loud voices. They usually tell it to us by making airplane ears, pushing their ears very close to their head and backwards. This is like a sign that they're very uncomfortable. And of course, we want all of our interactions with cats to be positive, so paying attention to those little body signs and body language is very important. Number 4, be present and avoid distractions. If you're hanging out with your cat, be present. Because if you're petting your cat and at the same time you're watching something on your phone, you might simply miss those important cues like swishing tail or licking their lips. And those are the cues that cats give you when they are feeling overstimulated, when they had too much petting, and basically when they had too much. And if you don't pay attention to that, again, cats can get overstimulated and just snap at you. They can bite you or scratch you. Of course, we don't want that. So when you're petting your cat, pay attention to their body language, because maybe you're pressing too hard, or maybe you're touching the same spot for too long, or maybe they just had enough. And when you see that swishing tail, that's a sign to just stop and let them be, or maybe try to do something else. Number 5, watch the tail and body language. Like we just talked about, basic rule is that if you see a swishing tail, it's time to stop. Because this is the first cue, the first sign that your cat gives when they are feeling uncomfortable, when they're feeling overstimulated, when they're not enjoying what's happening around them, or if they just feel conflicted. Number 6, daily quality time with each cat separately. If you have many cats, it's very important to spend enough time with each one of them every day. And this can look very differently for different cats. Some cats prefer more interactions, other cats prefer less interactions. And also some cats, they prefer to play with you. Other cats, they love cuddling with you. And maybe you have a very shy and a fearful kitty who would just enjoy a soft, nice conversation. So again, it can be very different for each cat, and it's up to you as a cat parent to know their personalities and just see what they enjoy, how they enjoy interacting with you, and make sure to spend time daily just hanging out with them. Just make sure that you give equal love to all your fur babies. Number 7, try to always end interaction on a positive note. For example, if you're cuddling with your cat on the couch, do not just abruptly get up and leave to do your next thing. Allow them to gently move so that you can get up. I often have the situations with our cats when they just get too comfortable on my lap and they just fall asleep. And at some point, I either need to leave, or sometimes my leg freeze and I need to do something or just keep suffering. So in those situations, I just start slowly moving myself away from them, and meanwhile explaining them how much mommy loves them and that mommy needs to go do her thing. And then eventually they just sort of roll over to the rest of the blanket and everybody's happy. Even in those situations when we need to do something that they don't enjoy, again, like nail trimming or ear cleaning, I always try to do something nice for them in the end, like giving them a treat or just give them extra love. And while I'm doing that, like nail trimming or ear cleaning, I always try to tell them how good they are and they're doing a great job and they will get something tasty in the end. And I know that they don't understand words, but they definitely feel the energy behind the words. So if the whole interaction is positive, even though I'm doing something that they don't like, I think it's much easier and more enjoyable for them versus if I just try to, grab them and force something on them that they don't enjoy. That would be very stressful, and that actually breaks the bond between you two. So any interactions we do, we try to end it on a positive note, and we try to make it as enjoyable as possible, or at least as neutral as possible. And of course, we want to reward them for good behavior.
I love you.
And this is it for today, my friends. Thank you so much for watching my video. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed it, please hit the like button and please consider subscribing to my channel to see my future videos. And on that note, I want to let you know that Enrichment for Cats Part 5 will be coming out very, very soon. And I will make sure to add links to my Enrichment for Cats Part 1, 2, and 3 somewhere in the description below. And I hope that you enjoy the videos that I'm making, because I really enjoy making them for you. And if you have any topics that you would like me to talk about, please leave a comment below. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful day with your kitty or kitties, and I'll see you very soon. Bye bye.